Hey, In2Picklers, in this video I'm going to answer a question that was asked by a viewer about how to determine whose ball it is when you're playing. You ever had a game like this? You're playing the game and then, uh-oh, this is going to be trouble here. I apparently came over a little too far and actually hit Jill in the head with my paddle. So not a good look there. In this video, we're going to try and address whose ball is it and give you some of the errors that can happen when the right player does not take the ball. Let's get into it. This video and other videos like it is made possible by the In2Picklers who support In2Pickle. If you're interested in supporting In2Pickle, you can visit our website at In2Pickle.com, and there are several ways you can support our efforts. Thank you. We'll get into some specific examples in a second, but first I want to talk about the general principle of determining whose ball it is. So here we have a graph where we have two players, a ball right in the middle. So whose ball is this? There's several factors to consider. Some people like forehand in the middle. Sometimes it's, who was there first, who's closer to it, things like that. But the question of whose ball it is or who should hit a certain ball should be always driven by one question and one question only, which is what's the best shot for my team? What's the best shot for us as a group? Pickleball is not played as two individuals. Pickleball is played as a team of two players on each side of the net. And so the real question is, what's the best shot for the team? Breaking it down by my ball, your ball, simply not constructive. What you want to figure out is what was the best shot for us as a team. Sometimes that'll be me hitting the ball. Sometimes that'll be you hitting the ball. But the question at the end of the day is, was that the best shot for our team? One important note about this is that you want to really eliminate the center line from consideration. The center line is only relevant to the serve. Once the serve is completed, the center line, it becomes irrelevant to the game and should not be the deciding factor as to who should take the ball. For a printout of these slides, you can download a copy at In2Pickle.com. Let's look at some specific examples. Stay tuned. At the end, I'll show you who should have taken the ball in the initial shot between Jill and I. If you follow In2Pickle, you know that we're big on covering the middle, particularly on the third shot attack. What happens sometimes is here player D doesn't take this ball because the ball is coming across the middle but towards player C. As a result, player C has to hit a more difficult shot. Players A and B on the yellow team are able to move forward, and it creates the potential for a loss of a point. The second sort of error arises from missed opportunities. What can happen is you'll have a situation where there's an attackable ball. One of the players is already up at the NVZ, the other player is still moving up. In this example, player B on the yellow team is already up at the non-volley zone and can attack the poachable ball or the attackable ball hit by the blue team. But because the ball is on the other side of the center line, player B doesn't cross the center line to hit this ball, thereby giving up the opportunity to attack and win the point. Third type of error I want to point out is a defensive error that occurs. In this situation, player C is going to smash the ball across the middle diagonal. It goes in front of player B, so it looks like player B should hit this ball because it's in front of player B, but it's actually a better shot for player A to take because player A is in a better position to defend against the ball under Respect the X. If you want to know more about that, go to our channel, look up Respect the X. But in this situation, player A is in a better position to defend the ball. Player B should not hit it. The guiding principle in all of these different scenarios should be the same one. What is the best shot for my team? All right, let's get to what you all been eagerly anticipating. Whose ball was this? So at the start of the point, Jill's returning here. She's moving forward. I like my position here is a good position for me to be in, be aggressive, try and cover the middle if necessary. But what I didn't realize or recognize, which I should have, which is that Jill's already up at this point. I don't really have a kill shot here or anything I can particularly do with this ball, so there's no reason for me to come across, and certainly no reason for me to clock my wife in the head. A good time for me to go to the store and get my wife some tulips. Stay safe out there.